Hi everyone, this is a TinkerCAD introduction for those of you that have not used it before, but everyone's required to follow along here. So first off here, I'm going to go up to sign in once you're at tinkercad.com. You're going to be signing in with Google, so every student will sign in with Google. And then make sure you choose your correct account, your PC Schools or PC Students account. You might get a couple questions asked here at this point. Um, um, your goal is to get to your dashboard. So if you wind up with like a staircase or something of that nature, you want to go up here to the upper left and click on the TinkerCAD logo, a bunch of squares up here, and it should take you back to your dashboard. Again, this is my dashboard here. These are all the different designs I've been working on over the past couple of years. So next here, I'm going to go to create a new design. So everyone's going to create a brand new design today. The very first thing once you create a new design is that you're going to need to change the name. Change the file name, please. So smashing, lappy, firing is not appropriate here. So this is project, Mr. G's project. I encourage you to put your name on it just in case you want to share it. So I can see what you've done. Mr. G's project there. Okay, this area is my work plane, the blue area here. 2 fingers clicking down on your trackpad allows you to move around your work plane. So again, 2 fingers clicking down on your trackpad is the easiest way to move around your work plane. I can also come up here to what's called my UCS, User Coordinate System. I can get a front view. I can also get a top view. I can also drag this around, same as clicking down 2 on my fingers. I can also click a home view, and that gives me a solid view there. To zoom in and out, 2 fingers scrolling up and scrolling down, just as you would navigate a web page right there. Then over on the right side, I can choose Edit Grid. Edit Grid, we're working with millimeters, so if you need to grab a ruler, you can grab a ruler from the cart. Millimeters here, you can change the width and length of your grid if you wanted to. You can also see over here, these are different sizes of our machines if you wanted to work with one of our machines. So I'm going to click cancel. That's good. I'm going to say cancel there, save my grid here. This is fine. All right, so I am going to drag over a box here, and everyone's going to be doing this. To focus in on that box, I'm going to click on it and press the letter F. F stands for focus. Again, letter F stands for focus. Then I am going to click on here. Right now the box is 20 by 20. So this is my width, this is my length. I can change that. I want to make a rectangle. So instead of a 20 millimeter length, I'm going to double it to a 40 millimeter length. So type in 40, hit enter. And all of a sudden you have a rectangle there. Then I'm going to squeeze that rectangle. I'm going to do this by first on focusing in on the object. I'm going to get a front view of the object like so. And then I'm going to squeeze this down a little bit here. And I'm going to come down to 3 millimeters. And you can see here as I drag down, this is 3. I could also type in, if I wanted to do 5, enter. I could also click on here and type 3, enter. And it brings it down to 3 millimeters. If something winds up below the work plane, so for example here, I get a side view of it here, and all of a sudden it's below the work plane because I've dragged that arrow down there. I've dragged it down there. You can see that it's below the work plane. I want everything to be on top of the work plane. If it's hovering in the air like that, that's not going to print very well. So again, I want it on the work plane, and it should say 0 over here. Okay, now I just have a rectangle. So what do I do with that rectangle? I want to take a cylinder like so, and I am going to add the first thing here. I'm going to add sides to my cylinder. So stretch this out, and then right here, and I'm going to change this to 10, enter, 10, enter, like so. And I want to also change this to a hole, like that. Once it's changed to a hole, I can drag it somewhere over top of my rectangle, like that. And I am going to go ahead and I'm going to select everything now. And actually, you know what? We're going to change this a little bit smaller. We're going to make it, the smallest I can go is 3, so I'm going to go 3, 3, enter. And I'm going to click and drag over this whole thing here. Now I've selected both the whole cylinder and my rectangle, and I'm going to go up to a line in the upper left-hand corner. The shortcut for this is L. And I want to bring it all the way up here. So I'm going to click this rectangle there, or that circle over there, light gray, and then this circle here. And you can see what it does is it moves it to the upper right. Then, using my arrow keys on my trackpad, I'm going to go 1, 2 over, and then 1, 2 down. Now I'm going to take this here, and I'm going to select everything again, and I'm going to group this up. To group it up, you can see up here, my shortcut's going to be Command G, but I can also just click Group. And all of a sudden, it cuts out the hole. Then, what I would like for all of us to do here is we're going to take some text, simply like this here. That is giant, but I can change this here, and I want to put my first name in, so B-R-A-D. And if you want to put your initials in, you can. I'm going to make it a hole. And then I'm going to change the size of this here. So I want to squeeze it down. If you hold the Shift key, it's going to uniformly change the size. And then, don't want to rotate it. I'm going to bring it over here. I want to make sure the height is going through, so I can bring it up like that. I'm going to focus in on it, press the letter F, and I want you to move. You can stretch it out again a little bit, so I'm going to stretch this out, just make it a little bit bigger. And then I want to center this up. So I'm going to take this again here, select everything, go up here to my Align tool, which is also the shortcut's L, and I want to make it center. To make it center here, you can see, right there and right there. And that should be perfectly centered on my rectangle now. And I'm going to go ahead and select everything like this. And come up here to Group. Again, the shortcut is Command G. And all of a sudden, it groups it together, and it'll cut it out. This is just a simple tutorial of what you can do in TinkerCAD. There's so many more things that we're going to go over in the future. But once you've completed this here, you'll also be completing our starters. So I want you to describe each activity in your own words. If you've done this in my elective course, I still would like you to go through it and just make sure that you know how to do each and every step here. Then, after you finish the lessons, you're going to choose a project that you may be interested in. You can visit Canvas with a link, and all of your work will automatically be saved for that. You may also work on the Bridge Designer too, if you would like to. So you have a couple different options of what you can do on this Monday or Tuesday or whichever day it might be. Okay, that is the end of this video. Thanks, everyone.